Possibly more than any, that game showed just what the weather was like across this weekend. Eddie Brennan actually said afterwards that at half-time his players had showers just to get the blood circulating. They had to have warm showers. Then we saw these pictures from the 2B clash from Dr. Hyde Park between Roscommon and London when the players were warming up. This shots were doing the round of what looked like the posts were moving wildly. Is it unfair to ask players to go out and play in those conditions?
Well, I think you have to take into consideration, like, player welfare, you know, has to be the #1 priority. And for me, I think it probably should have been pulled today, considering, you know, Galway and Tip had been called off, Limerick, Waterford. There had been an orange weather warning. And for supporters as well to make the journey there, you know, that has to be your #1 priority. And it was very, very difficult. You know, at times there was hail, there was sleet, there was rain. Like, I felt so sorry for the goalies in particular, you know, in the role and in the goal there. At times he was really struggling, you know, and trying to perform and play well in those conditions. You know, hats off to any of the guys, but it was extremely difficult. You know, in fairness to the pitch, you know, it held up well, but that's not the point. I suppose the weather, the wind and every other element seemed to come out today, so it made it very difficult.
I know we're tight on weekends, Joanne, but there should be no match played this weekend. In all fairness, like, it just, you can't hurl into a wind like that. And credit to the guys for how well they did, I suppose. And Eddie said it there, both teams probably hurled better into the wind because they're trying to probably keep more control of it. But for me, there was no way games should have been on this weekend.
Again, we're talking about games being called off and fixtures having to be moved. This isn't a new thing, and it's not an unforeseen thing, because this is 3 years in a row that we've had a couple of crazy weekends of weather, so it's not like it's unpredictable.
No, and who's to say, Joanne, the next 2 to 3 weeks we might have another beast from the east or something. Do you know, like...
So what's the solution? Because surely this can't be the way it goes. We're trying to keep April open for clubs.
Yeah. Well, I think the solution for this year will possibly have to go back a week. Obviously, that's where we're up against it now, and a double header with the football final like last year, which was a relative success. But why we're playing league quarter-finals, Joanne, is beyond me. There's absolutely no merit in them, I think. I'd even argue we shouldn't be playing semi-finals, to be honest. The top two should meet in a final. People would accuse us of having dead rubbers, but sure, if you go through it forensically, you'd say there's dead rubbers already with the amount of changes certain teams are making. So for me, we have to tighten up on that, and certainly quarter-finals definitely have to go, I think.
OK, well...